I'm recording this message to remind you that it's not that bad. You have a pit in your stomach and you feel like nothing is going to fill it. You've spent hours, maybe longer, maybe days, sitting or pacing somewhere, and you've been just trying to work it out. And I admit I'm being very vague because a lot of people have different problems that vary in the effect it has on your life. And I get it. I absolutely understand, because for a very large majority of problems, we can all relate to some extent. And I think it's sad that some people are so hard on themselves. But I just want to remind you of something very important, and something that I have to remind myself a few times every day during my worst months. You are not an idiot. You're not a burden. And if in any way you feel like you are your worst critic, and you're going to get a lot of people telling you that you're not a burden. Other than jokes made by people, I wouldn't say anybody would outright call you worthless. But if they have, you know not to listen to them. You're not an idiot. You know that they're not right, or at least I hope so. But the worst enemy you have is yourself, because he or she is the one person that you have to believe, because, well, they're you. They're with you more than anybody else. Even when you sleep, they're right there with you. They're in your dreams. They know you better than you know you, obviously. And the worst part is that when you tell yourself that you're worthless or that you're a burden, it becomes fact. There is nothing anybody else can say. Only you can prove you're not a burden, or that you're not a waste of space. Only you can convince yourself otherwise, and it's not easy when you are so damn determined to make changes to yourself, to improve yourself, to make others around you like you better or more comfortable around you. And it's difficult. It's difficult. You're going to find that people may not be encouraging. Hell, most of the time, just because their own lives are worse, or because it's just fun for them, they might put you down. Or some people don't even mean to do it. They just make a joke and it hurts you worse than they expect. Or they just don't care. But either way, you're hurt by others. And then we come home to families, if we have them, for Christ's sakes. We take all the compliments we receive, or all of the good advice, and we put it in our pockets. And we decide to look in the mirror and ask the one most critical person, and the one person who matters the most, what they think. And that person will take every bit of confidence you have, and they will crush it. I'm going to repeat myself. You are not worthless. You are not a burden. We've all felt like we can't talk about it with other people, because then we're putting their life on hold, or we're getting in their way. And to do what? To complain? There's people out there who have it worse than us, right? They deserve the attention. Well, yeah, but the person you're talking to isn't giving that person the attention. Well, they shouldn't have to give anybody the attention, right? Well, why can't they give a few minutes to you? I'm sure you give a few minutes for them. I'm sure you're giving a lot more than that. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Not everybody is going to give you the time you need. Not everybody has the answers you're looking for. Sometimes you're going to feel like you've just wasted that person's time because you're a hopeless cause. But by them even wanting to give you a chance, to even want to listen to you, that should be proof that you're not a burden and you're not a waste of space. And they certainly wouldn't be friends with someone. And believe it or not, it's the truth. It took me a long time, but I'm slowly now getting to realize they wouldn't have befriended you if you were a complete fuck up. There's something about you. They're not laughing at you, they're laughing with you. You wouldn't have the people in your life if you were a complete fuck up. So at the least, please do not feel alone. Do not feel like you are a burden, because these things are not true. You are just hurting yourself. You're just putting yourself down again. I'll say it one more time because I don't even know if any of this is coming off the way I want it to. I can't think straight tonight, and I just wanted to get it off my chest. So, you are not a burden on anybody. And I know this might not apply to some people, or it might seem very confusing. Fuck, I don't even know if I'm gonna... Just know that you're not a burden. That's all there is to it. I know saying it means nothing, and once again, I've proven my own point. I can't convince you. Hell, I can barely convince myself.